Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. First of all, I would like to ask you, have you ever heard about smartphones? I'm pretty sure you have heard about it and guarantee that you have one. Smartphones have an important device of communication that needs to be used nowadays. Smartphones can be used regardless of age, gender, and race. But unfortunately, we must be aware that there are advantages and disadvantages as there are a lot of functions on smartphones that can lead to positive and negative effects. So what comes into your mind at first about smartphones? Smartphones is a mobile device that comes from a combination of cellular and mobile computing system. The functionality of smartphones is wide and undeniable. For example, it can be used for gaming, videos, and definitely taking pictures, which is the most important thing. Without smartphones, we will not be able to do those stuffs. Furthermore, have you ever thought that smartphones can actually be used to integrate satellite messaging connectivity? Yes, it is. So you no longer needed to rely on cellular network. Plus, nowadays it is common to hear a famous worldwide brand of smartphones, Apple. Apple has received the biggest recognition among the popular brands. People often use iPhones since Apple got the greatest marketing in attracting people to buy their iPhones. This makes Apple the leader in mobile vendor, not just in Malaysia, but overseas as well. After speaking a lot about smartphones, of course, there are ways on how to use smartphones. After a lot of discussions happen among us, we have decided to start a project and survey on the topic smartphones usage among UiTM students. We chose this topic as our group assignment since smartphones are popular among students, not just in UiTM but every teenagers in the world. After that, we will also be doing questionnaire survey and come up with questions that will catch their interest to answer. Let's say, what is their brand of smartphones? Of course, when it comes to brand, there will exist the budgets and preferences of smartphones. So, they get to decide which smartphones suit them the best indirectly. Next, we chose sampling method to get all responses from UiTM students. We have used online platform called Google Form to receive responses from our questionnaire survey. We have not only received responses from our diploma course, but also from other courses. In the survey, we have provided questions with faculty and their courses. From there, we get to analyze their courses and faculty. In addition, we will process the data that we have received using stratified sampling technique. What is stratified sampling technique? It is applicable for heterogeneous population that is categorized, such as according to their gender or races. After receiving the result, we get to do analysis, read, and check conveniently. Last but not least, we study the data analysis and do some research. From the research, we cannot only simply talk without giving any proofs. We must find proofs so that people will believe and confident in the data analysis that we have done. People can verify our analysis from there indirectly. With that being said, UiTM students could also gain new knowledge from our final analysis.
Next, we move to data collection method. The method that we use to collect the data is by online questionnaire. By using this method, we can collect qualitative and quantitative information. A direct questionnaire is a form of survey or data collecting method that involves asking specific questions to respondents to acquire information. We conducted this survey using Google Forms. Our group directly investigated UiTM Dungun students about smartphone usage. There are about 80 students who have already answered our questionnaire. Next is gender. The gender of the people who filled out our survey is shown in the pie chart above. As can be seen, there were both men and women who answered. From the chart, we can see that the percentage of female respondents is smaller than that of male respondents. 60% of the people who answered our survey were men, or 48 out of the 80 people who did so. The number of female respondents is 40%, or 32 out of the 80 people who filled out our questionnaire. Most of UiTM students that fill this survey comes from age 17 till 19, which is 60 out of 80 people that fill this survey. The least number is 2 out of 80 people, which is age 23 till 25. There is also 14 out of 80 students around 20 till 22 years old. Lastly, 4 out of 80 people comes from age 26 till 28 years old. Faculty. The above pie chart shows that the Faculty of Accounting has the highest percentage of respondents faculty at 44%, while the Faculty of Academy Modern Islamic Studies has the lowest percentage of respondents faculty at 4%. Also, 30% of respondents come from management and business faculties, while only 5% come from electrical engineering faculties. Lastly, 17% of respondents are from the Faculty of Hotel and Tourism Management. From the pie chart above, it shows that the iPhone has the highest percentage of respondents, which is 40%, while the Redmi has the lowest percentage of respondents, which is 19%. Other than that, Samsung has 21% of respondents, while Vivo has 20% of respondents. Price range that have a highest frequency is RM1000 till RM2000, which is 29 students. Price range for RM3000 till 4000 have the lowest frequency, which is only 1 students. 27 students out of 80 students is RM0 till RM1000. 16 students out of 80 students is from RM2000 till RM3000. 7 students out of 80 students is RM4000 till RM5000.
The pie chart that can be found above reveals that the percentage of respondents who enjoy streaming music in the largest, coming in at 45%, while the number of respondents who enjoy listening to podcasts is the lowest, coming in at only 2%. Following that, 34% of respondents are actively participating in gaming, while only 19% are actively viewing Netflix. The average screen time in daily student use smartphone is the less is 1 until 2 hours is 4 student. The highest is 5 until 6 hours, 19 student, and following 3 until 4 hours is 13 student, 7 until 8 hours is 18 student, 9 until 10 hours is 10 student, 11 and 12 hours is 16 student. The pie chart above represents the online platform that students always use to communicate. Among the options we provide the Instagram, Telegram, TikTok, and WhatsApp. It shows that the highest percentage of online platform that students always use to communicate is WhatsApp, which is 85%. Meanwhile, the Telegram has a lower percentage of students choosing it with only 1%. Next, 9% is the percentage of respondents that use TikTok to communicate, and the rest is 5%, which is Instagram. The pie chart above represents the online platform that students always use to communicate. Among the options we provide the Instagram, Telegram, TikTok, and WhatsApp. It shows that the highest percentage of online platform that students always use to communicate is WhatsApp, which is 85%. Meanwhile, the Telegram has a lower percentage of students choosing it with only 1%. Next, 9% is the percentage of respondents that use TikTok to communicate, and the rest is 5%, which is Instagram. In conclusion, we found out that the majority of the students of UiTM were using their smartphone in different ways. Besides, most of them actively use their digital device during the classes of non-class related activities. We found out half of the student UiTM is using iPhone. We also found out that after we conducting the survey and analysis, we found out that most of the students spend 5 to 6 hours of their day playing with phone, watch something that can entertain them, such as watching Netflix, playing game, and more. Most of the students spend their money is about 1,000 to 2,000 ringgit.